something I don't celebrate the holiday, but I will definitely get into this. It's the naughty, it's the nice list. And this man over here, my son producer Joe, like, just pretend we're this guy. Pretend my face is right there with the beard. Pretend producer Joe's holding me up like they do in movies. Okay. Who made, we're going to start with the nice list. Give it two names for that one first. Commissioner Brett Frude. Now, why did Brett Frude make this list? Well, there's been a few things that Brett Frude, because remember last year on the show, or in season 1, I talked about how it felt like Brett Frude was I feel like I didn't really see what he was doing too much, and I feel like Commissioner Josh here text. It's okay. So he keeps texting me and he keeps like ADHD loves it. Okay, so basically Brett Frude, Commissioner Frude, like I said, I was like wondering, where are you, Brett Frude? Remember that whole little bit? And then the more I saw things happen, obviously unified standings helped a lot. Then he hires a bunch of great people. They do some initiatives like the Unbox thing. Like, this is nice. I like what I'm doing. Now, there are some things Brett Frude may have been in charge of that weren't fantastic, which I'll get to later. But as for now, it appears the Commissioner Brett Frude is top of the nice list. You're welcome, Commissioner. I still want to see more of you. Anyways, next up, number 1 on the naughty list. I'll be honest with you guys, I have never made this public, but I'll say it now because I do have Twitter burner accounts, so it's not like I can't see what he's saying. He doesn't say anything. He just flat out blocks me. Blocks the show. I don't even know I have his website pulled up 24/7. So you're welcome. I won't even say what I'm going to call him. Graham Perot, who was on the show multiple times last year, decided this show stinks and blocked me, blocked Dilly Dive Lax. So I'm like, I don't know what I did. Maybe this is like my way of trying to make amends, but it is pretty. I thought it was pretty funny. Like, where's Graham Perot's account? I was like, oh, that's what makes a lot of sense. Graham Perot, you make I'll give him 1 coal in his little stocking. I think it's 1 little coal. I don't know if it's like a big deal. Because like I said, he come on the show last year like a few times. So here's my wondering if I did anything wrong apology. Not really, but it sounds nice. Regardless, he's on the naughty list, number 1. Number 2 on the nice list. This man gave us his time despite being one of the biggest stars in NLL or PLL. He's the prodigy. He's one of the promised ones, and the Buffalo Bills said, nah, we don't need you. But he came on this show and voiced his love for the Rochester Nighthawks. We're talking about one Connor Fields. Connor Fields was a great interview. He was the same great person off the recording camera. I loved that interview, and I just want to give him a big shout out for being on the nice list. And I know nice list is kind of like, hey, cheap, like thanks for being on our nice list this year. No, Connor Fields was genuinely awesome, and he deserved a lot of credit for trying to help grow the game. And I think that Connor Fields is a great person to add to that list. Although, to be fair, producer Joe had to remind me to put him on the nice list, but whatever. No, okay, number 2 on the naughty list. Oh. He's checking this list. Oh, yeah, it's not good. Okay, so the International Olympics Committee, I know they're naughty by nature, but not having them as not having the Haudestonis automatically. The fact that President of the United States, Joe Biden, has to get up there and say, well, I voiced my support for this wonderful league. And he didn't say that, but he said, I believe the Haudestoni, I believe that they can, they should be able to support their flag. That's great. Great PR by Joe Biden. I was about to say commissioner, by President Joe Biden. But it was it's not a good thing. Like, why do we have to have this argument in the first place? Like, why was this not in place? It doesn't help that lacrosse has not been in the Olympics since 1908 or God knows whatever year that was where no one was alive. But it's like, come on, guys. They literally invented the game. Whatever. Who cares? A lot of people care, but you get my point. Okay, next up on the nice list, the thumbs up list. We're gonna go with anybody who was involved in the Unboxed initiative. That's just from like the people who organized the Montreal thing with the Riptide and the Rock, to the people like Kurt Hunziger, who has been named as a big spearhead of this whole thing. Those are Sports Design, who was big on this. There's just so many great people involved in the Unboxed series, which I think is elite programming. It's elite. It's a great idea. It's gonna. You talk about growing the game. That's putting your money. That's backing up what you talk. That's practicing what you preach. Unboxed series is a perfect idea. Perfect idea. And I think it definitely deserves our praise and our nice list again for what that's worth. Next up on the naughty list. Oh, so we were thinking about, Paul Rabel. I don't think Paul Rabel. I don't know if he's to blame for this. But I feel like the PLL. Remember when they said we're having a big territory or reveal where everyone pisses on their own spot and we're gonna play there for a week? Okay, you get a home teams basically. And it's not a very good thing because a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, were irate to say the very least that the entire middle of the country was not included. Now I know what you're saying. Well, it's not good geographically. Well, this, that. Listen, who cares? Like, there's nobody out there who's going to come to your game. Nobody. You don't think it's even worth it. You think we can put somebody in New York, Carolina, of all places, Utah. That's the best Midwest team we got. Come on, man. Come on, dude. Seeing the graphic, I know there's only 8 teams as well, but again, it's unacceptable. The Midwest deserves at least one team. Chicago, that's North, whatever. Indianapolis could be a place. Kentucky, I don't know. My geography sucks, but I'm trying to think like one other place. Geez, I'm bad at this. North Dakota, that's bad too. Whatever. You understand the point. The point is, producer Joe told me before, I'm not good at geography, and he might be right. The point is, Midwest, you needed help, and no one cared. Paul Rivers said, Midwest? What is that? We're all East Coast, West Coast gang. Not good. Okay, next up on the nice list. To be fair, this one could kind of like make both of them because of some of the jokes that they do. But whoever the heck is running the NLL memes account is just, they're clever, they're genius, they're really funny. I poked fun at who it might be, and I don't. The truth is, I don't know who was running the account. I wish I did. I would love to collaborate with them. I know, I believe they put me on there before, which I thought was fantastic and hysterical. But NLL memes, whoever's running that account on Instagram, you deserve our praise and you deserve our respect. And will you marry me? Okay, next up. That was so bad. I don't know. Whoever's doing that, is just incredible. Okay, let's do another nice list because we only have one naughty left. Nice facelift. Nice list. ESPN, Warrior Lacrosse, people that are involved, just everybody involved with getting this sport to grow. It's just, I love seeing the fact that ESPN allows us to be on the NLL to be on the Plus platform. They've allowed ESPNU and ESPN2 to have a couple games. ESPN is a big deal with PLL and Paul. You get it, Paul Rabel. And I think that's a big deal for lacrosse, no matter what version of it is, even though they're two different sports. But whatever, that's only what Connor Fields said, not me. The point is, it's lacrosse, and I'm being forced to say that ESPN and Warrior Lacrosse are great. Now, that wasn't a knock on Warriors, that was a knock on ESPN. But basically, everyone involved with sponsoring and growing the game for being kind of like the pioneers of what's in our back pocket right now, because it's very scarce, if you will, at least for the NLL. I don't know how the PLL looks, but I think the NLL is trying to get more money. But I just appreciate anybody who's been involved with that. But ESPN and Warrior, you deserve our respects. At least producer Joe respects. Next up, so this one's good. Remember one of the hires that Brett Frude made? It was like the executive director of digital marketing. I wish I saw that page pulled up so I could look at it. But basically, Scott Turkin is involved with this. And I have loved everything about. I've been vocal about the social media or lack thereof in the National Lacrosse League. And I believe Scott Turkin and whoever is involved with this has been awesome. From their graphics, which have gotten better, their play, like the highlight plays, the use of emojis, which I think is a big thing, even though that sounds stupid. Scott Turkin is also like led this department. Like they're milking the Matt Vince running real fast, like onto the field pregame against the Seals. Like they're doing so much great things that I think can only help grow the social media following. And as I've said before, PLL has done social media A+. I think they've done great job with social media. I think NLL, they're not there yet, but they're getting closer than they were before. And I think it's a great thing for the league. There's a lot of naysayers. Lax cow. Okay. I'll get to the last naughty thing here. Santo, it's kind of nice this year, seems like. So I don't know if Brett Fru's to blame here. I don't know who is to blame. But quite a few people dropped the ball, if you will. And it's why they dropped the ball because, we were wondering, myself and producer Joe, we weren't going to get to go anyways. We were like, it'd be good. It'd be cool thing to go to the NLL draft, just to be there, get content. Well, apparently, if we had gone, we'd be the only ones giving people content because it was not broadcasted, not even on YouTube, no Instagram Live, no Twitter Live. I don't know what was going on, but the fact the draft and then the night before the Hall of Fame was not broadcasted in any form, that was horrible. Like, people like seeing stuff live. Why do you think I get on the show and like unedited for minutes and hours on end? Because I love you guys. I understand what you crave. You crave the interaction. You crave seeing me talk to you while you're sitting there eating your Lunchables at work or whatever. Like, you love this stuff. So the fact that we don't get anything, it was ridiculous. And remember, Sean Williams, Hall of Fame. Dyson Williams, drafted number 1 overall. The league has an entire initiative on Tucker. The Tucker thing, like, that's a big deal. And Dyson, in his interview with I think it was Teddy Jenner, was talking about it, and nobody saw it until like hours later. It's not a good idea. Like, who wants to keep on refreshing their NLL.com page or their Twitter page? Like, come on, man. We could have done so much better with that. So whoever dropped the ball, whoever thought it'd be better to save money, can kiss the bottom of my stocking, okay? There's 2 more nice things to get here. First one is the IOC. You're like, well, Michael, you say they're naughty by nature. That's very true. But I did kind of mention this earlier. For the first time since like 1908, lacrosse is back in the Olympics. Now, I don't like the beginning of the hype video from the NLL where they say, lacrosse sixes, and then like the guy says like pickleball. It really makes lacrosse look like a very serious and competitive sport. So I wasn't a fan of that part. But the fact lacrosse in any form is up there is really awesome. Again, I don't know why they show the entire part of that, but whatever. But this the Olympics allowing it. I say allowing it. Like, thank you for allowing us, your graces, to be here. No, you get it. They put it back in, and it was long overdue. And I think it shows that the game in 2028, by then, we could be in Hollywood with our own little Walk of Fame spots, and you guys could be watching lacrosse daily on this show. There might be another daily show. We were just the first ones to do it. All about growing the game, and that's what matters. And finally, this young man beside me, he has a nice list that was pretty long. And what is he looking at here? So that beard that's never gray, only white for some stupid reason. Stupid holiday. He's saying, Wayne Gretzky. And dare I say last but not least, Wayne Gretzky, on one of the TNT broadcasts for the NHL, I believe it was a halftime show, gave glowing remarks on the sport of lacrosse. And it was awesome to hear the GOAT of one sport say something else positive about a sport trying to grow. Because remember, he's directly involved with the Denver Dogs, and the fact that he uses his platform, he did not have to do that. No one paid him because, obvious to God, he is just, he could say whatever he wanted. He's Wayne freaking Gretzky, but he used his platform to make eloquent remarks about the NLL. What God keeps saying that about lacrosse. It's not like it. I mean, it does help that he's involved with the NLL with the Vegas team, but it's just awesome to see. And I know Wayne Gretzky doesn't need any more praise than he already gets, but the dude is a legend, and I think it meant something. It meant something to people out there that may not have tuned in prior. Like, oh, Wayne Gretzky, the best hockey player of all time, likes lacrosse. What is lacrosse? They look it up, and they see the NLL. It's a great thing. Yeah, nice list. Naughty list. Again, naughty list involved Graham Perot. Love that. The IOC, because they're naughty by nature, by leaving out Haudenosaunee, and the fact it's taking this long to even make a decision is ridiculous. The PLL for saying middle finger to the Midwest. We see you, fans. We support you. The NLL, whoever dropped the ball with the draft in the Hall of Fame not being broadcast. For the nice list, Commissioner Bradford for all the good things he's been obviously the lead in, of course. Connor Fields for giving us his time and for being amazing at what he does. Anybody involved in the Unbox Initiative that was spearheaded by Kurt Hunziker, the designs by Fuser Sports Design, Fuser, who was willing to come on this show, was great. ESPN, Warrior, anybody involved in sponsoring and growing the game from a logistical and a money platform, that's a big deal. And you guys will be first to the punch on that, so you guys may get the bigger contracts later on. NLL Memes, whoever you are, you're awesome. Your account is incredible and giving us free content for no reason. Scott Turkin, one of Commissioner Fruit's hires, who's the director now of digital marketing. They've been incredible with that. The IOC made both lists because they did put lacrosse back in the Olympics, and that was a big deal, even though pickleball and baseball and lacrosse sixes. Come on, man. Anyways, in Wayne Gretzky using his electric platform and his Go platform to credit lacrosse during a hockey game, which was just incredible.